The first message came at 2:47 a.m. "I can see you're still awake." Jake stared at his phone. His host, Margaret, had sent it through the app's messaging system. He glanced at the bedroom door, locked from the inside. The blackout curtains were drawn. There was no way she could see him. He typed back, "Just getting some water. Sorry if I disturbed you." 3 dots appeared immediately. She was typing. "That's not water you're drinking." Jake looked down at the beer. A beer he hadn't mentioned to anyone. But here's the thing about this Airbnb that Jake didn't know yet. Margaret had been dead for 5 years, and the cameras watching him, they shouldn't exist. Let me back up. Jake Chen was a digital nomad, freelance web developer, bouncing between cities, living that laptop lifestyle everyone pretends is glamorous, until you're answering client emails at 3 a.m. from a stranger's apartment. He'd booked this place in Portland for 2 weeks. The listing was perfect. Historic 1920s craftsman cottage, original features preserved, perfect for creative professionals. 5-star reviews, instant booking. The photos showed exposed brick, vintage furniture, those aesthetic Edison bulbs. Cozy, charming, exactly what his Instagram needed. Margaret's profile picture showed a woman in her 60s, gray hair, kind eyes, wearing a cardigan. The bio read, "Retired librarian, love hosting creative souls. My home is your home." She'd left him detailed instructions. "Key in the lockbox. Code 22847. Help yourself to anything in the kitchen. Contact me if you need anything at all." Jake had arrived Thursday evening, let himself in, and immediately felt that thing. You know that thing, where a place just feels right, like it was waiting for you. The cottage was exactly like the photos, almost suspiciously so. The stack of National Geographic magazines from the 1970s. The rotary phone that was definitely just for decoration. Jake did his usual routine, checked the locks, looked for hidden cameras. Everything checked out. That first night he worked until midnight, ordered Thai food, crashed hard. The second night he noticed something odd. Maybe he'd thrown it away and forgotten. Sleep deprivation did that. The third night he woke up at 3 a.m. because his laptop was open. The screen was on. He always shut it down before bed. Developer habit. Saves battery life. On the screen was his client dashboard. The NDA project. The one worth $50,000 if he landed it. That's when he started to feel it. That crawling sensation between your shoulder blades. Analog cameras. The kind that don't show up on RF detectors. When she started getting paranoid about guests stealing from her. Still saving footage. Still being accessed remotely. By someone. He stared at that message for a full minute. "You look tired." "No, but she's saying things she shouldn't know. She knows what I'm working on." "Jake, maybe she can see your activity through the Wi-Fi?" Lights on, and spoke directly to the empty room. "There are no cameras, Jake. I promise. But since you're concerned, through the window." Maybe there was a logical explanation. Sounds good. Every sound made him jump. The old house creaked and settled. Started researching. He pulled up Margaret's profile again. Superhost, since 2019. The reviews went back continuously. So attentive and thoughtful. The cottage is exactly as pictured. After a brief illness. Passed away February 14th, 2020, all through the pandemic. Last year. Last month. 2 days ago. The cottage was owned by Margaret Morrison's estate. Morrison lived alone in her historic Portland cottage, which she had converted to an Airbnb in 2019. The host is named Margaret Morrison. Let me pull that up. One moment. Yes. Margaret Morrison, Portland property. You're checked in until the 23rd. All communications are verified through our system. Is there an issue with your stay? Sir, Let me escalate this to our trust and safety team. Can you hold? Jake held for 23 minutes. When someone came back on the line, it was a different voice, older, more careful. Mr. Chen, this is Daniel from our Trust and Safety team. I've reviewed your case. I'm seeing something unusual here. Can you tell me exactly what's happening? Jake explained everything. The messages. They're not showing timestamps. They're showing up in our system, but there's no metadata, no IP address, no device information. It's like they're appearing directly in the database, bypassing our normal infrastructure. What does that mean? It means someone has back-end access to our systems. His phone buzzed. Margaret. You're not leaving, are you, Jake? He didn't respond, just kept packing. Jake, I know you found the obituary. I know what you're thinking. His hands froze on the zipper, the places that don't exist on any floor plan. I've been watching every guest for 5 years. He'd locked it from the inside. Kitchen door, also locked. From the outside, painted shut. He grabbed a chair, ready to smash through. Joints stiff, movements unpracticed. Jake backed toward the bedroom. His phone showed no service, even though he'd had full bars all week. I control the cell booster, Jake. It's in the attic. It reflected at an angle that showed the basement doorway. He pulled up the Airbnb listing with shaking hands, scrolled through the reviews. Last active, 3 weeks ago. 1 review only. Created the day they left their review. Jake clicked through to their other reviews. There weren't any, but there was a photo gallery. Photos of this cottage from the inside, with the same furniture, but different clothes, different laptop, different person, different guest. He clicked on other reviews, same thing, new profiles. He clicked on a reviewer from 2 years ago. Profile picture, a woman in her 20s. Missing person report, Portland Police Bureau. Filed March 2022. Phone going straight to voicemail. If you have any information, another reviewer, another search. Missing person, another, missing, another. Missing since their stay at Margaret Morrison's cottage. 17 reviews since Margaret died. 17 missing persons. And now Jake understood. The reviews weren't from people who'd left. They were from people who'd never left. Someone, something, was posting reviews from their accounts after they disappeared. The basement has 16 rooms, Jake. Historic speakeasy. I've been adding to it. The walls down there are 2 feet thick. Original brick. No one heard the others. The doorknob turned, but that was impossible, sliding smoothly across the hardwood floor like it weighed nothing. Ragged, wet, and he smelled it. That smell from the obituary. The film peeled back, glass shattered. He didn't care about the cuts, didn't care about the 2-story drop, just dove through and hit grass. Not a 2-story drop, ground level. Jake scrambled to his feet, bleeding from a dozen cuts, and ran. 3 blocks away, gave them the address, told them about the missing persons. Jake watched from across the street as they entered. He was shaking. A van from the medical examiner's office. They found the hidden door to the extended basement, and in the attic, they found the DVR. Still recording, still uploading to a private server. Her coffin, when they exhumed it, was empty. And here's what Jake never told anyone. When he looked at the footage from the DVR, from the camera that captured the bedroom, he saw himself sleeping. Someone sitting in the chair in the corner, watching him sleep. Sitting there when Jessica Chen slept. When Marcus Torres slept. When all 17 slept. Margaret Morrison, exactly as she looked in her profile picture. Except the timestamp on the footage. It wasn't from this week. Active camera. In a house the police had just cleared as empty. That was 8 months ago. Jake deleted all his social media, changed his name, moved to a different state. He stays in hotels now, never Airbnbs. He gets notifications from Airbnb, messages from Margaret. You got away, Jake, but you left something behind. Your blue jacket, it's still here, still looks good. And the thing is, Margaret's listing is still active. Still getting 5-star reviews, but it keeps coming back. New URL, new photos, same cottage, with profile pictures Jake recognizes from missing person reports. Recent ones, from last month, last week, one from yesterday. The cottage is sitting empty, surrounded by crime scene tape. Locks changed, property condemned, but someone is still booking it, still watching, still waiting for her next 5-star review.